In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the best free-to-play Rise crossover starter guide. But before I go do that, would you guys like yourself a chance to win a free Game Pass? All you need to do is drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment your Roblox username down below. I try and pick one lucky winner each video. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get on with the video. It is really important to start off by mentioning in this video that this is probably one of the most free-to-play games I've ever seen on Roblox. So you don't actually spend Robux, although I won't lie, it will go ahead and speed up your progress, especially at the start by quite a bit. But as you progress to later in the game, as long as you follow the methods I tell you in this video, you'll be able to go ahead and progress almost just as fast if you are going ahead and spending some money. All Game Pass is going to be reward tickets, so I'm going to give you guys the best methods on how to get tickets. I'm also just going to give you the best methods to how to progress through the game. So whether you are paid to play or not, this video will be useful to you. But it's been extra useful to you if you intend on spending no Robux on the game. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and start off with in this video is mounts. And mounts, I feel like, are a really important thing in the game because they can help you travel around the map so much faster. And you're wondering, hey, why would I want to travel around the map faster? Well, it means you can go ahead and reach events faster, such as the Doo-Doo Island event. Or if you're going ahead and you're trying to go ahead and do dungeons, it'll speed you out a ton in the game. So that's to get from one location to the other without having to do a ton of progress. And, well, let's go ahead and show you guys how to get the best mounts, at least to begin with. So I just think mounts are really important in the game. There's a few other areas we could have started off with in this video, but we'll go ahead and at least we'll fly over here. We'll look at ground mounts. Now, technically, you only really need one of these guys. They are all relatively similar, and ground mounts you really won't be using too much. If you are looking for some ground mounts, though, the ones I would really recommend going for is either the Monarch Horse or the Mammoth. If you wanted the Monarch Horse, it'll pop up a message saying while mounts appeared, and you need to go to these small islands. If you're trying to reach these small islands, go to settings, go to fog, make sure fogs are off. You'll see these small islands from like a bajillion miles away. Go over to them, there's a chance to mount being there. If you want to go ahead and get the Mammoth, I've made a whole separate video on that, but in short terms, you get it as a reward from the AFK thing. Go to the AFK section, go to menu, go to AFK rewards, and that's how you get the Mammoth, which is relatively easy to get as well. I think it's got 1% chance, so a night, or maybe even 2 AFK and get you out. I think I'm only in AFK 2 nights, and I've done a little better than I was supposed to. But anyway, if you're trying to get aquatic mount, and you'll be using these a lot, best one to go for is the pirate ship. It does cost quite a bit if you are a beginner to the game. If you are in the end game, it's practically free. Like, I'm not joking. Look, I have 40 billion. If we go ahead and just quickly, spawn all my boys on this guy. Wait, I don't have any shadows equipped. Let's quickly equip some shadows, and we let them, quickly take out this one. We can destroy this for 6.6 million, which, well, that's already a really good. Actually, it's more than what it costs to buy the boat. So buy the boat, or you can go for these other ones. The bagger is a decent one. You could go for this one, you could go for this one. These are all different as they kind of accelerate a bit faster, but you probably just want to go for the, I know it's in the Bagara, if you want to go ahead and get a mount. And then the next bit is going ahead and clearing rifts or dungeons, whatever you want to call them, in one location gate. So basically, when it'll pop on screen telling you where something has appeared, you want to go ahead and always go to it. I know, you're thinking, well, T-Dog, why would I want to go ahead and do the ones that are low rarities? For example, if you got a full team of S-rank units, why would you bother with the E ones, the D ones, the A ones, the B ones? Why don't you just focus on the S ones? Of course, they go ahead and get more S-rank units, with a rare chance to get an SS plus unit if you beat an S-rank unit. Well, that is because you can actually merge units in the game. Now, it's something important to go over, as honestly, it is probably the most easiest thing to progress with in the game. It's how I managed to go ahead and get a bunch of light admirals in SS, and these are basically the main part of my firepower on my team for a good chunk of the game. At least they'll go ahead and help you get to the next steps, and you really can't progress without getting a full team of SS's units in the game. If you want to get light admirals, it's a relatively easy one to do. It's found all the way over on the One Piece Island, the one over there. It's called Brum Island in the game, and it's the light admiral here. This will do better than the other ones. Equally, if you can't get that to begin with, you can go ahead and get the ones from Grass Village. If you're wondering what the Grass Village ones at SS are, I'll show you guys stats on screen right now. Well, the best one's 37 build, but in Brum, if you go ahead and get Brums in SS, of course, all these we go to SS to begin with, it's nearly double that DPS, and that will just help you speed out a turn through the game. And now, I believe a dungeon, actually no, it's right on the Doo-Doo Island has been in spawn, but when dungeons go and spawn, I might be able to show you guys an example of this. I have to do it in other videos, though. Basically, you can redo raids multiple times just with gems. So if you're trying to get gems and you want to get a fast method for farming gems, make sure you have Auto Destroyer. Now, Auto Destroy, please turn this off if you're going to dungeons if you don't have full teams. But if you do have full teams, go ahead, make sure you just have delete on all the units you don't at all care about. And when you go ahead, and as long as you have auto delete on, I mean, as soon as you get the unit, you'll instantly get the gems. And you really don't need a ton of gems to do dungeons, but you just go over to whatever island you're grinding in. I would not do the first island. For the first island, but 10 gems don't even exist. as they really aren't going to help you out at all, and it'll automatically go ahead and destroy the unit, and hey, I got 1 gem from that. That's not all worth it. I'm pretty sure in the higher areas you get like hundreds of thousands, possibly millions, I'm pretty sure we're showing earlier being the brutes. So gems generally scale a ton in this game, like most things. It's something you'll really notice as a player in this game. Scaling goes absolutely crazy. Now, we're going to go to the next thing, and this is when you're getting your tickets, and if you're not sure how to get tickets, like I mentioned earlier, you get them from beating the bosses in dungeons. If you want to know what the best dungeon to farm for tickets is, it's the grass ones, purely because Grass Village, for whatever reason, dungeons have like a really small amount of rooms, and usually really easy to clear. Grass is the one with the weird like spiral thing just over there in the corner. But if you are going to go ahead and buy in game passes, I'm going to show you the best game passes to get. Any order you should buy them in. The first one you want to go ahead and go for is auto attack. It'll speed up progress a ton. Then the next one I'd go for would be extra equip. After you've went ahead and got extra equip, you basically get a little bit of a choice. It's just kind of depending on how you want to play the game. You want to go for instant rise, which pairs really well for auto attack. If you did want to go for extra equip, I'd actually recommend going for 2 times XP next. You may also at some points, if I was you, go for your first game pass being extra equip. After that, get some inventory space for the next one, as that'll help you out a ton of extra inventory space. Well, especially when it comes to merging units, you need to be really smart when it comes to merging. Another tip when you're merging units is if you're going ahead and doing raids, you actually, although I technically said you need to do all of them earlier, that's only really if you want the bosses. As in the normal world, you can go ahead and get E versions of units, D versions of units, and C versions of units in the game. Shadows, whatever you want to call them. If you're wondering how to go ahead and just get the normal E versions, you probably know, you just beat like the normal mini ones. If you beat the big ones over here, which I'm pretty sure I just one-shot, oops, might have had there, you have a chance at going ahead and getting the E version, no, the D versions of them, but if you're lucky, you can go ahead and get the C versions as well. And that's about a 1 in 50 chance. It'll take you a lot of them, but hey, if you're missing out on them dungeons, you can do it, especially if you have no intention of doing the bosses in the game. Now, the next big thing, once you've gone ahead and got your full team of SS units you need to do, is pretty simple. Of course, you'll make sure you get your mounts as well. So you got your mounts, you got your SS units, as you want to go ahead and do the raids on Doo-Doo Island. So now, I'd heavily advise joining the game's official Discord, as you'll find that really easy to find a group of players to do. This event, this game, this update is an event, so I'm not sure how long it'll be in for. It purely focuses on going ahead and basically having a team. If you have a team, you're able to do it 10 times faster than people. Also, you do need a good amount to travel. You don't need dragons, although do not get me wrong, the Great Dragon, or whatever it's called, is really, really cool, really, really fast. But it's the dragon, you don't need one. But hey, it speeds you out a little bit, so I suppose you do get one as a mount and you do stumble upon it, with nothing to complain about. But honestly, you can just get the mammoths. You don't really need to hop around islands. Now, if you're AFKing to begin with, I would always recommend AFKing in the AFK area. But if you're AFKing a late game, I would recommend AFKing one of these bosses in either a stacked out server or with a server you've actually pre-planned with people. And that's purely because you have the chance of getting the Ant King. The Ant King, it's a hard unit to get, but it's a guaranteed SS unit. Also, to go ahead and top that off, it is not only a guaranteed SS unit, it is the strongest SS unit, and it has a chance of becoming D rank. The D rank one is stupidly strong, and if you get that, you're probably one of the best players in the game. Generally, a D rank unit is the strength of all of these combined. It's like 10x the strength. It's slightly weak. I think it's like 5x the strength the D rank one is of these guys. So your DPS would go crazy, but a good team for that. Another thing you can do is if you are trying to speed clear dungeons, actually even respawn. Also, that's just another small little tip. You don't have to fly back to the island as long as you take spawn point on the island. You respawn. I'll quickly show you 6 spawn points as well. Respawn, it teleports to whatever island spawn point at. Every island will have one of these on. I'm not going to bother showing it, so don't want to waste time. Maybe do that for a separate video, just if people really need me to. But you'll see these on every single island. You can set your spawn point there. Bada bing, bada bong. When you die, you'll be eliminated. Also, the handiness of being in the middle island is that if there's a rift that spawns a certain island, unless you're grinding the island, you can make it over to it pretty cool. Anyway, let's go and show you guys the next one's dungeon. I don't know why I call them rifts. But the next thing is going ahead, if you are using the AFK area, and now this is go ahead and get the land mount you want. It's also really useful because you go ahead and get the ability to enchant weapons. And enchanting weapons isn't really massively useful in most senses of the game, but you're trying to speed clear dungeons, and this is mainly for grinding tickets or grinding bosses in a dungeon. It's really worth enchanting them. Let me go ahead and find this weapon, for example, the Runic Blade. D rank, and this isn't a crazy rank weapon or anything. It goes ahead and does 2.3 million damage. But if I go ahead and roll it, especially if you're doing things in Grass Village, I think they're looking about 30-40 million health. You really want to be able to try and launch them. If I do a roll on it, I went ahead and got loot, and I got Sharpness V. So it's put up 10 damage, means also get more loot. You can keep re-rolling as long as you've got the stuff. The Vorpal aspect means your weapon is too fast, and it will hit a second time, and that increases the chance of landing multiple hits, so you could do well there. You can basically keep re-rolling. I actually think I ran out there. Oops, that's a little bit embarrassing. But you keep it rolling to get better enchant, you only spend too much time on it, but if you are AFKing, you'll most likely get that as well. And hey, as an extra side bonus, you'll get your first skin from AFKing, and I feel it's a really part to end the video off that. I feel like I have went as fast as I possibly can to go as many areas in the game as possible. If you guys don't want to make a stupidly long tutorial where I cover everything in the game, please do tell me down below, or I have literally the most tutorials on a Rise crossover on this channel. So hey, feel free to watch them, and if you did enjoy this video, please drop me a like, and please subscribe to the channel, as it generally will help me out so much.